excited today to have wild dogs on my first drive out here. As you all know by now, it's my favorite animal. The painted wolf. The Latin name for them is actually a direct translation to painted wolf. Licon, which is the Latin word for wolf, and pictus, painted on. They have the most fantastic colouring. And as Tara was talking to you about following signals on the giraffe yesterday with the white ears, have a look there. The very white tails are very important following signals, especially for dogs because they do get split up while they're hunting very often. They are capable of incredible feats of speed and stamina. We did see some impala, so we might be in some luck. And you'll notice I won't switch off my car while we're with wild dogs because they can literally go from 0 to 60 in no time, especially while they're moving like this. Obviously, I didn't know about quite what these animals are. So as you can see, probably one of the most challenging things with wild dogs is actually keeping up with them while they move through the bush. You'll quite notice like that one, oh, there they are up ahead. They're getting a bit further, it looks like they're speeding up as well. Okay. Let's try and get to the road. We're going left. So, you can see them playing up ahead in the vehicle, they're running around. As I said, they've got a very, very intricate social structure, so there's a lot of ceremonial greeting and chittering, and it's very important in terms of establishing the connections and the family bond between the other dogs. And that's what makes them, can make them a very successful species, is establishing that family, that close family bond. So it's quite a nice size pack. You can see there's some slightly smaller individuals, and that would have been this last year's babies. So they only breed once a year, and generally in about May, in May they'll start looking for the den. In May they'll start looking for their den size, and she'll generally have her pups in June, and then that is the only time where they're actually solidly in one area for an extended period of time. Sorry guys, you're going to hear my camera snapping away behind. Look, they're going to see there how the ears went flat. Part of the greeting ceremony, you can see very important touching the faces, reaffirming the social bonds between the pack members. Look at the greeting going on there in the background. Oh, sorry, there's a vehicle in the way. Let me just go forward. We can just shoot down the road. Sorry. Murphy's Law. Let's go back. There we go. Actually, that's a bigger pack. You see there's more adults that have joined from the bush on the other side. So it's probably looking like 14 or 15 individuals in this pack. But I'm very, very happy anytime I see wild dogs. So Kruger used to have, the Greater Kruger area used to have one of the largest breeding populations of wild dog till the early 90s. And what happened is there was a crash due to canine distemper brought in by domestic dogs from the villages on the edge of Kruger. So about 5 or 6 years ago, they were actually down to just about 100 animals in the Great Kruger. But as far as I know now, from my very good friend who works for the Endangered Wildlife Trust and the Wild Dog Project, their numbers are closing back up to 200. So they've made a very good recovery in this area. So even though it's windy and overcast, we get to see the second most endangered canid in Africa. Good morning, Theodora. Theodora would like to know whether a painted dog is the same as a wild dog. And your answer to that, Theodora, is yes, they are the same. There's a few different names for them. There's African wild dog, African painted dog, and the original name from colonial times was actually the Cape hunting dog. So a pack of wild dogs this size will probably have to kill twice a day. And wild dogs are quite an interesting word in their behavior. They are crepuscular. Can anyone out there tell me what crepuscular means? Sorry guys. So if you'd like to answer what crepuscular means, hashtag Safari Live or email at questions@wildearth.tv. So you see they're having a little rest now, which probably means they've been on the move since probably around 5 a.m. this morning. It doesn't look like they've been successful. Let me just have a closer look at their faces with my camera. Generally, if the wild dogs have been successful, we'd see remnants of blood and whatnot around their mouths. So it doesn't look. Sorry, just stand by one. The game drive vehicle's talking a lot. I can't hear you. Getting that? Such fascinating animals. Okay, Brian, go ahead. Well done, Susan, Georgie, Michelle, Valerie, Shannon, and Trent for getting the answer right. So crepuscular means animals that are most active at dusk and dawn. Oh, unfortunately they've gone off our Travis area, but we're incredibly lucky to have seen them this morning. Oh, I'm just hearing in that you guys are probably much smarter than me because everyone seems to be getting it right. Well done, everyone. Unfortunately, I think there's a few too many names for us to mention. Okay, so now having followed the wild dogs, I have absolutely no idea where I am, so I'm going to have to consult my map quickly. Completely incorrect. We are either on... Yes, I'm just trying to say, are we at Junction Weaver's Nest or Shibamu? The entrance to Little Gowrie is on the other side of the road. Shibam Road. Okay. Thanks very much, Tara. We are on Shabam Road, and we're going to be making our way back into Juma. We're right on the boundary now. Talking into the radio from a reason of that. That's good. Okay, any questions you have about the wild dogs or any other questions you'd like to have answered? What we can do is try slowly make our way towards where those elephants were. Maybe we can get them in a more open area.